Ali here at mindwavemeditation.com, and today we're going to talk about you and 2022. It's just around the corner. Have you thought about it at all? Do you need to think about it? Is it something you need to consider, or maybe like map out? Sorry, what am I doing? It's old school. Map out? Have you actually kind of considered all the things that you could achieve, organize, dissolve, let go of, overcome, or absolutely crush in 2022? Well, if you haven't, or you're interested, or you're curious about yourself and your potential, then watch this video and I'll see you on the other side. So let's talk about it. Have you thought about it? Have you thought about what 2022 could have in store for you? Well, let's talk about it. 2022 is just around the corner, and it really is a case of organizing yourself and figuring out who you want to be in 2022, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, what you want to let go of, what you want to overcome, all the stuff I said a minute ago. It's really all about deciding what the image is of the future, first of all, before you lean into it all. This is a mistake I find that a lot of people generally make. I've made this mistake for years, so I feel like I'm the king of it. I can talk about it from experience. For years and years and years and years, I just floated through life. See what the universe has in store, man. You know, just kind of moved in the right direction, or what I thought was the right direction at the time. No real game plan, just doing what felt good and trusting in the universe that it'll have my back and guide me the way. Well, let's start there. Let's talk about it. What I've come to believe to be a truth is, of course, just my truth, not the truth, is it seems that this life is a co-creation in some sense, meaning you are 100% responsible for what you do in life and where you can go and what you can achieve and all of that stuff. It's up to you to kind of organize all those parts and move into it and be consistent and use your logical thinking mind to make good, practical decisions and choices. And then the other side of the coin, the other side of the story, is the universe is a whole thing in itself. Random chances happen, or coincidences happen. However you want to frame that, it doesn't really matter. But what I think we both can agree on is that you can cover a lot of ground yourself, so can I, and then the universe, or God, Allah, Buddha, or just nature, whatever you want to talk about, however you want to frame it, has a plan in itself. So let's just say nature, for example. If you're not into all the kind of universe and hippie stuff, God stuff and all that sort of stuff, let's get right to the practical roots of it all. If you just go through life floating about thinking that everything's just going to work itself out, the reality of that is that nature does what it needs to do. So let's really dive into what that means. We're all sharing this earth, we're all cohabiting this earth, and we've all got our own game plan. Free will. It's pretty cool. I get to decide what I want to do through the choices I have, and so do you. And if we're all doing that on an individual level, what can happen is, if we're not fully immersed in our own story, in our own goals, in our own life, we can slip into somebody else's life. I like to look at it like everybody is the lead actor in their movie. We're our own producer, our own director, we do the styling, the casting, everything. And we can also change the story as well. We can change the way it's going at any point in time. Real main thing to remember here is, unless you are creating that story yourself, unless you are wholeheartedly focused on your vision of the future, you might find that you're in somebody else's story, someone else's movie, someone else's dream. And I was for years, like I was saying. I was in loads of people's different films. I hadn't created my own version yet. And all it really took was a pen and paper, a couple of notes on the phone, and just a bit of time thinking about what it is that I truly wanted, and where was I giving my life to other people, and also where was I just floating through life thinking it was all just gonna work itself out. I mean, on one hand, it did, but it took a long time, and I, know full well I could have saved a lot of years and a lot of sad times and difficult times and depressing times if I'd done this earlier on in life. So when I was in my 20s, my biggest problem, which I didn't know I had yet, was I had so many ideas, I had so many dreams, I had so many visions and thoughts. I was overly stimulated with stuff that I could do. It was quite the opposite of someone who's just doesn't know what they want and all that. I had too many options. I love music, I love teaching, I love meditation, I loved different types of music, I loved skating, I loved art, I loved blah, blah, just an endless list of things that I loved. There was no short of love and appreciation for life and living. My problem was that I didn't do any of them particularly well because I didn't settle on doing one. I was just all over the place, and I just assumed that life would take its course and just guide me the way. Well, it doesn't. Let me pop that bubble. If you're living in the clouds, it doesn't. No one's coming to save you. And I mean that in the most loving way. No one is coming. No one's gonna come and make it all good. And even if they do, which is 1 in a million, then you'll most likely go back to where you were before. Even if you win the lottery and you haven't sorted out your money mindset, you will quickly lose that money and go back to zero, or go back to where you were. So we need to take charge, we need to take control. And when I was in my 20s, I realized eventually that it was organization. You just need to be organized. Organized in what you want to do, where you want to be, what you don't want, what's working for you, what's not working for you, reviewing that process on a constant basis. And yeah, it sounds like work and school. Oh, I don't want to do the stuff, I just want to be free. Go do that. Go do that. Enjoy. I hope everything goes amazing. I genuinely do, of course. But if you're struggling with organizing life and figuring it all out, just start with one thing. Start with what you love. Start with dreaming about what you want. Life is short. Things are particularly difficult in life, at times like this. What's more important than anything is you enjoying life and living the best life you can possibly think of, and diving all the way in, and not being scared, and not being worried about what other people think. I've done that for years. It's the most freeing feeling you can possibly have, not being bothered about what other people think. You just don't need that in your life. It's time to let go of that for starters. So look, I teach lots of people, and it comes to my attention that people either know exactly what they want and they're just struggling how to get there, or they're floating through life and they're just thinking and presuming it's all just going to work itself out. And so my job really is to spot those habits and patterns and give, alternative solutions, ideas, potentials, and encourage people to move into what they really, really do want. So answer these 3 questions. Where are you right now? Get a pen and paper, get your notes on your phone. In the areas that are most prominent in your life right now, where are you right now? I don't mean geographically, I mean in life. How do you think you're doing? Where are you? Just write it down. Write everything down that comes up, that comes to your attention. Where are you in life right now? All right, the next question is simple. It's the best one. It's the most exciting one. Where do you want to be in life right now? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be achieving? What do you want to be feeling? What do you want to be looking like? What do you want to be thinking? Who do you want to be hanging around with? What do you want in your bank? What kind of house do you want? What business do you want? What relationship do you want? All the things that you want to be, do, and have and experience. What do you want? Start here. The only thing that's going to happen after this is you talking yourself out of achieving those things. And yeah, you might not achieve them all, but you might achieve some if you move into it. So just start dreaming. What do you want? What do you really want out of this life? What excites you? What makes you go like that? You see that smile? That genuine, true smile? Like I could do a fake smile, which would be just like, oh, that's true as well. I literally can't fake it, hang on. But when you get like a genuine, true smile, it's undeniable. You have that within you. So focus inwards decide what you really do want, and it just lights you up. You will have no choice but to feel that love and excitement and joy. So write all those things down. And once you've done that, come back to this video, make sure you pause, do the thing, and if you're not going to do it right now, do it later. Promise me you'll do it later. Let me know down below in the comments that you'll do it later, and tell me all about it. I'm genuinely interested in your journey and helping you push yourself over that hill. Alright, so number 3, this is the burn. Ooh, get ready for the burn. What's holding you back? What is holding you back right now from everything that you've just decided you want to be, do, and have an experience, and that's holding you back from where you are right now and why you're not having that? What is holding you back from what it is that you desire? Write it down. Look, you don't have to show anyone this. It's just for you. Be true, be honest, be real. What is holding you back? Is it laziness? Are you addicted to something? Is it you scared? Is it fear? Is it what people think? Is it worrying that you might hurt someone's feelings for doing the thing that you really want to do? And look, consequences will happen from making these decisions, absolutely. But let me remind you that life is now. We're here right now. We're not always going to be around. Our friends and family are not always going to be around, not to make it super depressing. But life is now. This is it. This is all it will ever be. In the future, when you have all of those things, when you've achieved all of those things you want to be, do, have, and experience, life will still just be now. It won't be then. That's the illusion we create of the future. Oh, in the future, I'll be happy when. When you achieve all those things, you'll be in the now. We are always just in the now. And when we figure this out, that's the first wake up. Like, okay, that makes sense. Yes, it is always just the now. Every time in the past I've thought about the future, when the future happens, it is just the now. That makes sense. That is logical. Okay, what do I do with that information? Practice being in this now, and notice that time does just move on, and unless we organize all of these things, our hopes and dreams and desires, it doesn't happen. And that person isn't coming, that savior isn't coming to help you and pull you out of it all and just go, everything is fine, go and enjoy the rest of your life. Take responsibility for the health issue, the job issue, the relationship issue, anything that is holding you back from achieving those big dreams. Take 100% responsibility for the year coming. Decide that this year is going to be the year that you crack on, get the job done, let go, dissolve, overcome, and start absolutely winning at life in the best way that you possibly can. So do your future self a massive favor. Create a game plan, create a strategy, dive into what it is that you truly want to experience in life. So when you become your future self, you can sit there on a bench just like me right now in nature and say, thank you, past self. You really did me a solid right there. You really pulled this one out of the bag. I'm so happy that I put the work in, the time in. I overcame my fears. I didn't care about what people thought. I did the thing and I made it happen, and I'm finally happy with the path that I'm on right now. Even if you don't achieve all of the things you want to achieve, when you move into your dreams and you lean into it all, you start becoming happy because you inevitably start ticking things off that you do want, and that always feels good. So if you need any help with that, click the link below. I've got a little mini course that will help you discover who you are, what you want, and help you organize everything on a basic level so you can move into it and start living and achieving your dreams. So if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It will really help me push the channel out there. Click the like button, give us a little comment down below so we can actually chat and keep this a growing community of like-minded people who are just working on themselves. If you really want to transform your life, if you really want to take your life to the next level, then look at the link below for the mini course and the big transformation course. And this will set you up to have the greatest year you've ever known. Big love. See you on the other side.